We know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high... energy defense. There's a lot to love about this matchup.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward. And the shot goes down.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Now here's Edwards. Here's the three. Rebound by Williams. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Got that one up quick. Williams has got 5.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Pass to McDaniels. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Edwards for 3. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. McDaniels defending. Shoots. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Edwards. The Thunder pull it in. Here's Williams, and he drives in.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
Randall, a screen on Dort. Edwards can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Nobody near Williams. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 10.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
McDaniels sets a screen for Edwards. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniels. Edwards against Dort. To halt the run, the Timberwolves again can't hit. That's tipped. Edwards dishes to Randall, and Randall throws it down.
What a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Now, here's Holmgren. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Holmgren gets the bucket.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 8. Pass to McDaniels. There's the triple. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Holmgren wide open. Another miss by Holmgren. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Well, DiVincenzo knows how to create for himself. Finds an opening and quickly takes advantage.
Now Holmgren. Another miss by Holmgren. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Randle. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good from Randle on the assist from Edwards. Edwards got 3 assists in the game. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He notched 8. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Reed. Then it's Conley, and it's Garza in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Thunder trailing by 4. Wallace outside. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound Minnesota. And they're on the break. The 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Now here's Caruso. Reed with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
There's the pass to Alexander Walker. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Mitchell wide open. And the Thunder another 3.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Reed with a screen on Caruso. Back to Alexander Walker. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Alexander Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. This one for 3. Knocks it loose. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Here's Caruso. Oh, that's offensive interference. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw fouls. Leave somebody open on Conley's team at your own peril. He's going to make you pay for that.
Williams for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Conley finds Alexander Walker. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Trains it from beyond the arc. Garza's got the lead up to 7 now for Minnesota.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Williams sets a screen for Wallace. Shot to stop the run. To the wing on the left. Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Williams sets a screen for Wallace. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves leading by 7. From outside the arc. Conley's shot is off. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
And Minnesota has possessions after Oklahoma City gets the 3.
You make a 3 on Conley, he's looking for payback. He's got great competitive spirit.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. That 3 off the mark. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 12-3 run. Here's Shannon. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Mitchell finds Hartenstein. Back to Mitchell. Over to the left wing. A wide open look here for Caruso. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Caruso's got 5 points now in the quarter. There's the 3. Screens the three-pointer.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell, and he knocks down the jumper. Mitchell's got 5 points so far. Here's Reed. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
He's perfect from the line this time.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Jalen Williams getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Taking a look at the Thunder. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. Now McDaniels, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
On the wing, Wiggins. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside. Wiggins has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside, Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo with the screen on Wiggins. The shot by McDaniels, no good. Under trailing by 5. Williams with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for the Timberwolves. Here's McDaniels. Fires the 3. Wiggins with the rebound. Williams outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. And that's 13 points for Williams.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, you know, that last 3 got DiVincenzo fired up now. He had to respond. He goes to the arc to shoot back with one of his own triples.
Hands it from downtown.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Edwards' shot is good.
Didn't take Edwards long to get those 3 points back. Right back at you.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. They get it again. Timberwolves have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. 2 of 8. Randle with the bucket.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Outside Edwards. And here is McDaniel. Randle with a screen for Edwards. Help to McDaniel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight. Stolen by McDaniels. The tray. The Thunder pull it in. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds in the game. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Here's Caruso. Pass to Williams. It's up a 3. Another miss by Williams. Timberwolves leading by 4. Out to the right wing. Conley with a wide open look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Thunder have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Alexander Walker. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Alexander Walker's got 6 points.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Back to Caruso. From downtown. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Conley with the 3. He can't get it to go. Got it off in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we... Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Thunder trailing by 4. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's out there with Reed. And it's Garza in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Caruso. Sinks the triple. Caruso's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Thunder.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Williams, that's for 2. A miss that time would have put him up.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
To the middle. Alexander Walker on the wing. And stolen by Williams. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And that one's good, Caruso. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Reed finds Conley from the arc. It's good from long range.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all he can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Kenrich Williams. Dort, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Clock at 6. Inside, it's stolen by Gobert. Here's McDaniels. No good on the 3.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Connects from three-point range. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
It's stolen by Edwards. Pushing it up. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Edwards, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. The 3. A shot by McDaniels, no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 4. Quick shot there, and it's off target. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside Edwards. Gobert finds DiVincenzo. Wallace against McDaniels. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. McDaniels got 5 points now this quarter.
McDaniels showing more promise as a scorer the longer he stays in the league.
The Thunder with another miss.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shots.
A three-pointer off the mark. Thunder trailing by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Holmgren sets the screen for Wallace. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to be.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Good on the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
A shot by McDaniels, no good.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Takes a 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Dort with the ball. Now defended by Randall. Minnesota with the ball. 6-point lead. And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. Randall kicks to DiVincenzo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
are two of the stingiest defenses in the NBA.
Yeah, these games were a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
And the starting group for the Celtics. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Now here's Tatum over Edwards. Kick out to Brown. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Gotta be cognizant of where Brown is at all times because this man will torch you.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Gobert with a screen on White. Edwards finds DiVincenzo. No good with a jumper from the wing.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Lets the 3 fly. Hits the 3-pointer.
A nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal. I love seeing Brown get it done inside. He's more than just a jump shooter.
McDaniels from long range. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend. And Coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time, too. We can't give him clean looks, and we have to guard him closely. Let's see if the defense is up to the task.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Edwards. A deep 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Edwards fires from way outside. Boston pulls it in.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. The 3, DiVincenzo. Another miss by Minnesota. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Edwards finds McDaniels. Sinks it. What range from downtown. McDaniels got 6.
Great awareness from Ant to locate his teammate for the score.
Porzingis sets a screen. Tatum from long range. And the jumper is good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
DiVincenzo can't hit. Celtics trail by 3. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Now here's Randall. No points yet. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Now the Celtics on the move. And Brown with the stuff.
For an athlete like Brown, you salivate. You just start drooling thinking about the open floor. Fast breaks are your friend.
McDaniels against Holiday. McDaniels passes to Randall. Fires for 3. Buries it from 3.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
1:04 left in the opening quarter. Tatum against McDaniels. Pass to White. The kick to Tatum. Clock at 6. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
So smooth offensively. Tatum brushing off good D.
Randall on the screen. Here's Edwards. Out to DiVincenzo. From deep. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. Outside White. From downtown. Connects from downtown. The Timberwolves trail. DiVincenzo on the wing. Randall outside. And there's the drive from the arc. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by Randall. McDaniels got 9.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Al Horford. And it's Hauser in at the 3, small forward. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning. Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Here's Shannon. And it's off from 3-point range. Celtics trail by 3. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. The shot comes out. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. The 3 is up. Pass to Garza. Out left to the wing. From outside the arc. The shot by Conley. No good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Pritchard, the pass to Horford. Back to Pritchard. Horford, a screen on Reed. Boston, no good that time either. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Here's Shannon. 3-pointer, no good. Now the Celtics on the move. Craig inside. And he gets the bucket. Craig's got his first 2 points.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Here's Conley. Shireman grabs the board. For Boston, they've gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Pritchard gets it to go. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Reed for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Reed's got 6 here in the quarter.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Horford for 3. And again, Boston with the triple. And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
Now here's Horford. 5 points in the game. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Outside Conley. Takes the 3. Rebound Boston.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Yeah, the moment Horford has the rock down low, good night. I mean, just too many moves from the vet.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And also, I like how they've let it fly from the three-point line. Shooting with confidence so far in this one.
Hauser, that's good.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Reed Reed passes to Conley. The three. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got 5 rebounds in the game. Hard to find a season in his career where Horford didn't make an impact, RJ.
One way or another, he's going to help his team win. Still out there doing it and doing it at a high level. He's kind of an ageless wonder.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Woo, I love it.
Horford outside. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
A very high percentage look when the D is nowhere to be seen.
Right side Conley. The three is up. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Shireman. The three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Alexander Walker. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. Alexander Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Out to the right wing. Here's Shireman. He's scoreless. Now Craig. Pass to Shireman. Puts up a 3. He can't get it to go. And so it's Al Horford making things happen for Boston. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And you know, Al Horford has been really making it happen today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Now here's Tatum to the inside. Lets it go from 11. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Randle outside. Pass to Gobert. Outside McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. Fires from deep. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. White, the pass to Porzingis. Back to White. Pass to Holiday. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
And so Randle will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Boston trailing. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Edwards can't hit. Boston shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Outside Holiday. Tatum from long range. Brown scanning the floor. McDaniels against Tatum. White for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. And you look at Derek White, Richard, the energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Outside Edwards. This one for three. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Edwards. Back to Daniels. Pass to DiVincenzo. McDaniels, a screen on White. Got a piece of it. Brown with the steal. Now the Celtics on the move. And he's going for the oop here. And Brown with the stuff.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
Three-pointer. McDaniels can't hit. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Porzingis against Gobert. Fades away. Porzingis misses.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Pass to Randall. Here's Gobert. For three, DiVincenzo knocks down the triple. DiVincenzo's got 6 points.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Inside. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. McDaniels from long range. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Back to Randall. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Jump ball. Cool. You two players.
That's a jump ball.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. 4-3. Drills it from deep. He's got 9.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the three with confidence now.
Tatum inside. Working on McDaniels. On the wing, Holiday. McDaniels covering. Here's Tatum. Can't get it to drop. McDaniels with some nice D. And Edwards puts up a deep three. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their work from distance. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Taking a look at the Celtics. They've got Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. Horford outside. Basket's good.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Right side Conley. And a miss there on the triple.
And he keeps trying to get himself out of this rut, but maybe it's not meant to be. I'd focus on sharing it with his teammates at this point.
Pritchard, no good.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Stolen by Conley. Pass to Reed. Outside Conley. Back to Reed. Here's the three. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. And the Timberwolves lead by 9. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Reed can't hit. Celtics trail by 7. Pass to Shireman. To the left wing. Screen by Horford. Over to the left wing. Stolen by Reed. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Shannon. Three-pointer in transition. Shannon's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Hauser, covered by Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound. Here's Pritchard. Pure from three-point range.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
From deep, Conley gets the three to fall.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And there it is for him.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Here's Garza. No good on the triple.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Into the lane. Here's Shireman. Uses the glass on the layup. Minnesota leading by 6. Here's Alexander Walker. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 5 assists in the game. Screen by Horford. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. From deep, Conley drains the triple. And now a 12-point Minnesota lead.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Horford. Oh, sweet move. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. From the top of the key. Yes, on the jumper. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
The Timberwolves shooting 55% since the start of the fourth.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Timberwolves.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Mike Conley.
He was just dropping dimes left and right out there. Any opening that the D provided, he exploited it and found his teammates.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Lets it go from deep. Boston pulls it in. DiVincenzo with a steal. Back to Daniels. From behind the arc. Hauled in by Brown. To end the run. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. tonight. Two Titans clashing in this one.
Oh, my. B.A., I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Good, he hits the jumper.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Tatum against Williams. The kick out to White. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, the way Tatum shares the ball really completes his package.
Takes a 3, and Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Caruso. Dort, the pass to Williams. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him, what makes Kristaps Porzingis such a great player? He said, look at him. He's over 7 feet. He's just a huge guy. Kristaps has serious skill on offense, and defensively, that size can really be a factor. He's a two-way problem. It'll be interesting to see how they play him tonight.
Allie, thank you. To the right side. Brown looking around. Off the mark there with a 3. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, D.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Tatum can't hit. The Thunder have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Williams passes to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
When you have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside, it can add some spunk to your team.
Dort with a steal. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Tatum. Dort with a steal. Williams.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Oklahoma City shooting their initial free throws of the game here. He's perfect from the line this time. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first to halt the run. And the play by Brown as he finishes it off for 2.
When Brown gets the ball this close in, he knows he can finish. Just a matter of execution.
Holmgren finds Williams. Now here's Dort. Screen by Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Outside, Williams. Over Porzingis. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort against Tatum. And here's Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Holiday. The Thunder with another miss. Celtics trail by 4. Knocked away. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That'll be a jump ball.
Dort with a steal. Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Baseline try. Drained it for 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Thunder?
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on it.
Now here's White. Pass to Porzingis. Fades and shoots. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
In the medium range area, Porzingis catches the ball in turn. He almost treats it like a post-up.
They get it back. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Caruso. Shot clock at 5. The 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 4. Outside Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis.
And at the buzzer, counted. Just textbook. Kept his cool and waited for his shot.
That's exactly how you want to.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Oklahoma City ahead. They're up by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Al Horford, and it's Shireman in at the 2. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. No one covering. Mitchell's got his first basket. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Fires the 3. Sinks it from distance.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Here's Wallace. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Boston has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. To the left side wing. And it's Shireman missing. And for Oklahoma City, they're shooting a nice 50% for the game. Williams from long range. Boston pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. And the 3-pointer goes. Williams has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Shireman. They swipe it. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Craig against Williams. Here's Joe. Back to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. Oh, the Thunder, another 3. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Wallace's shot is good.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Fade away. Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Really left him alone that time. Joe's got his first 3 points of the game.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And it's Mitchell, the miss. Celtics trail by 13. And already one of the more consistent three-point shooters. Cason Wallace is lethal from outside, Brent.
Really impressive, B.A. in his first year to shoot over 40% from 3. Pretty selective in the ones he took, but still his #1 attribute is how disruptive he can be defensively at that guard position.
Williams with the screen. Outside Joe. Hardenstein passes to Wallace. Back to Hardenstein. The kick out to Williams. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
The three from Mitchell. Oh, the Thunder, another three.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Fires the three. Hauser, that's good. Hauser's got 9 points.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
Williams with the screen. Here's Wallace. That three's off the mark. Celtics trail by 13. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Craig with a screen on Williams. There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Porzingis sets a screen. Tatum finds Brown. Three-pointer. Caruso grabs the board. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Let's go with a three. And so we wrap up the first half. Oklahoma City ahead. They lead by 13. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren, and it's Dort in at the three. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Holiday against Caruso. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside Holiday. His first shot attempt. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Williams a screen on Tatum. And here's Caruso outside. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Celtics trail by 13. Tatum inside. He's covered by Holmgren. Pass to Brown. Beyond the arc. Dort grabs the miss. The Thunder have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Brown. Kept alive by Boston. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Porzingis finds Brown. The three ball.
Lou Dort, one of the better defensive players in the NBA.
Brown can't hit. And coming off a major injury, Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Brent.
Doesn't it feel like, B.A., he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. And the sky is the limit for this guy.
There's the triple. Williams misses. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. They're scoreless since the first half. Outside Holiday. Launches it. And Tatum, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. Tatum's got 6.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
There's Tatum with the three. The Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren's got rebound number 8 now. Williams misses. Celtics trail by 13. Tatum with it. Caruso covers. And here's Brown for three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Holiday grabs the miss. Boston has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling.
Even when Brown's shooting quickly, he's not rushing. He takes his time with his release.
The shot. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Celtics shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
There's Tatum with the three. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16. Unloads. Holmgren, the pass to Dort. Off target with the three. Celtics trail by 10. Pass to Tatum for three. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. Lou Dort picks one up. So Oklahoma City ends up going with a new group. Boston shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by White.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Fires in the triple.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Launches a three. Not going to go that time. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Pass to Wallace. There's the three. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Five to shoot. Holiday, a screen on Williams. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
Wallace outside. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder going into the break up 12. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig, and it's Shireman in at the shooting guard position. Here's Pritchard from outside the arc. Williams grabs the board.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Wallace's shot is good.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Pritchard gets it to go. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Wallace outside. Fires it. Williams misses. Celtics trail by 16. Here's Craig. That one goes in. Craig's gotten his first points in this one.
We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
Outside Joe. Lets the three fly. And another three for Oklahoma City.
This is what it's been since halftime. We remarkable results from downtown.
Pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Wallace, right side. Stolen. And here's Horford for three. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Joe. Oh, great D that time from Craig. Celtics trail by 17. Finished off the break.
Quickly up court with the basketball, delivered a perfect strike.
Hartenstein passes to Williams. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Pass to Craig. Horford left side. And stolen by Williams. Fires for 3. Rebound Boston. Here's Pritchard. Horford outside. The 3-ball. On the break. The floater. And that one drops for him. And the Thunder lead by 17. The Celtics have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the 4th quarter. Fires the 3. Sends it home from 3-point land.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the 3-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Wallace left side. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Mitchell. Minute 32 left in the final quarter. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Celtics trail by 16.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Thunder.
Seemed like the sheer volume of 3-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
Oh, he's clobbered. And he'll get 3 shots at the line. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Thunder?
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that 3-point line.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Beyond the arc. No luck on that one. For Boston, they've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Hauser. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They led by as many as 18. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go on the assist from Williams.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. It's off. And so it's the Thunder taking care of business.
The marquee matchup here tonight, two of the NBA's best teams with some of the best players.
And it's bound to be a fun one, right? There is elite talent on the floor. In this kind of a powerhouse matchup, both teams are looking to make a statement.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Randall. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. And here are the Timberwolves. Pass to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Dort. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Now here's Gobert. Timberwolves passing it around. 4 on the clock. Edwards finds Gobert. Randall from outside. Traps in the tray.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. It's a 3-point game. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you ask, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
Here's Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to the right wing. Takes the 3. And there's Holmgren. That's good on the assist by Williams.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. Williams with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. A 3-pointer. Wiggins. And the Thunder another 3.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
McDaniels sets a screen for Randall. Pass to McDaniels. Launches it. Good on the 3-point shot.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Randall with the ball. Edwards a screen on Williams. Randall kicks to McDaniels. Lets it go from deep. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Edwards.
Great read from Dort there. An intelligent player who hustles on defense and distracts shooters.
From past the arc. Shot by McDaniels, no good. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those too. Kevin certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. And the Thunder another 3.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you got to hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Timberwolves trail by 3. It's Edwards on the wing. From outside, off the mark. Oklahoma City's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. Buries it from three-point range. DiVincenzo's got 6.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Pass to Holmgren. Over Randall. Holmgren can't hit.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And let's also give them some credit for running the break so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
We've got Alex Caruso. Jason Wallace is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Joe in at the three, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And the foul called on Jason Wallace. That's his first foul. Now here's Conley. Reed with a screen on Mitchell. Conley with a wide open look and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Caruso. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Over in the corner, Caruso. Beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Caruso's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, that's basically a warm-up three for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
So it's the Thunder now, following the 3 by Minnesota. Wallace, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Wallace. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Caruso. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. They get a hand on it. Pass to Reed. Here's Shannon. Right wing. The 3 ball. The Thunder pull it in. Joe passes to Wallace. Over Conley. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 1 in the basket from Wallace.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon. And he didn't punish them for the re-coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Shannon. Alexander Walker passes to Reed. Fires from deep. Garza gets the bucket. Garza's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Misses the 3. Timberwolves leading by 4. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing them, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Wasted no time on that one. Wallace has got 5. The Timberwolves have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Out to the wing. Here's Garza. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And that one's good. Mitchell
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Alexander Walker. No good with the triple. Oklahoma City trailing. Caruso finds Mitchell. Here's Hartenstein. Here's Wallace. To the left wing. Here's Caruso. Hartenstein with the screen on Conley. Back to Caruso. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Goes up with it again. To the paint. Joe passes to Mitchell. They shoot again. Reed with the rebound.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
They're thinking about this shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Reed. Then it's Conley, and it's Garza in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The shot by McDaniels, no good. Thunder trailing by 3. Dort kicks to Wiggins. Holmgren sets the screen for Wiggins. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Randall from outside hits it from three-point range. Randall's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Timberwolves. Williams passes to Dort. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
When it comes to physical play, it's hard to get the best of Dort. He invites contact at both ends.
Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And here's the fast break. Holmgren leading the way. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Holmgren's got 6.
Well, nice smooth jumper from Holmgren. The young guy finds some room and instantly takes advantage.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Holmgren with a screen on DiVincenzo. Dort misses. Minnesota in the lead. DiVincenzo with a screen for McDaniel. And Gobert kicks to McDaniel. Lets the 3 fly. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
The Timberwolves shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Buries the long-range jumper. McDaniel's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Holmgren. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. McDaniels finds DiVincenzo for the 3. Minnesota gets it back at a new shot clock of 14 seconds. They get it back. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Alex Caruso comes in for Jalen Williams. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Wiggins. And it's Cason Wallace in for George. It's taken away by Wallace, and they're moving it up. Here's Caruso. The Thunder with another miss. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. The lead is 2. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Pass to Hartenstein. On the wing, Wallace. He's got 5. Misses from the corner. Now the Timberwolves with it. Here's Alexander Walker. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Hartenstein. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. A wide open look here for Caruso. And he's good on the 3-ball. Caruso's got 6 points.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Thunder shooting pretty terrible here in the 3rd quarter at around 30%. Here's Wallace. On the wing, Wallace. Here's Caruso. And the 3-ball is good. Caruso's got 6 points in the quarter. Timberwolves trail just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Reed gets the bucket.
Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
Joe passes to Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And for the Thunder, they're shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Wallace is out there with Mitchell. And it's Alex Caruso. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. At the top of the key, Alexander Walker. Offline with his 3. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Caruso. And the Thunder another 3.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his 3-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Both free throws good from Reed. Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 2 from 3-point land to start the 4th quarter. Now here's Caruso. Tight defense on him. Wallace left side. 6 to shoot. He's looking for Caruso and finds him. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Shannon. And here's Reed. A 3-pointer is right on target. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Down low. It's Joe on the wing. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Confident
confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Reed the pass to Conley. Three-pointer. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Right back at you. Conley's a counter-puncher. He knows when his team needs a lift.
Joe in the corner. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Joe's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Pass to Shannon. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And that one's good, Caruso.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Garza. From deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Jalen Williams comes in for Isaiah Joe. Dort, he's checked in for Wallace. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
What a shot by Dort, keeping his cool and finding his team a bucket.
Gobert finds DiVincenzo. Now here's Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Timberwolves pixing it around. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Back to DiVincenzo. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. For the 3. Julius Randle with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Outside, Dort. Pass to Holmgren. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Huge turnover. At really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
Dives for it. And that one goes out of bounds. As touched by Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards against Dort. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Over in the corner, Caruso.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. A 2-point game and an intentional foul right there. It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
Randle with a screen for Edwards. To the inside. Fires the 3. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. We're standing.
question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Now here's Tatum. The kick out to White. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Gobert. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And here's Edwards outside. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Really like what Edwards did there, assertive in the two-man game.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said, he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Gobert. Outside Edwards. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Brown with the steal. Now the Celtics on the move. Pulls up for three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Edwards against White. Randall, pass to Edwards. The three. Cook it. And it's Randall with the assist. Edwards got 6.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
And Tatum is pretty calm out there. He does not rattle easily. Incredible concentration in the face of hardcore defense there.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Randall, a screen on Holiday. DiVincenzo can't hit. Celtics trail by 4. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Driving to the basket. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Tatum's athleticism as he drives, really impressive. I mean, just shredding the defense to pieces there.
2 minutes.
DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. McDaniels a screen. For 3, Randall. Porzingis grabs the board. And Porzingis has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. Holiday against Edwards. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Holiday passes to Porzingis. And he misses the go-ahead basket. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Outside McDaniels. Knocks down the long J. McDaniels got 9.
Big forwards like Jaden McDaniels who can pull up for a jumper from anywhere. Those guys are a luxury to have.
That one falls.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Porzingis grabs the board. Oh, Gobert with a steal. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's the 3. It's McDaniels on the wing. Another miss by Minnesota.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Randall with it. Picked up by Tatum. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. He drops it from range. He's got 9.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Porzingis finds Tatum. Three-pointer, Holiday. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outside, DiVincenzo. No good on the buzzer beater. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Conley. No made baskets yet. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Conley. Craig with a screen. To the paint. Back to Pritchard. Horford, left side. 5 on the clock. Hauser passes to Horford. 3 on 3. Here's Shannon. Minnesota again missing. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Hauser. 4-3. Miller pulls it in. Minnesota has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Now here's Horford. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. And there's a 3-second violation. And Minnesota making a change here. Ingles is checked in.
Substitution number 7.
Minnesota leading by 7. Pass to Shannon. On the wing, Ingles. 3-pointer. They get it back. Here's Shannon. On the wing, Ingles. Shot clock at 6. Conley passes to Ingles. There's the triple. And Pritchard pulls it down.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Horford, left side. To the middle. That shot missing. Nice D from Reed. Outside Conley. Up top Ingles. Puts up a 3. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics trail by 7. Now the Celtics on the move. Back to Horford. Pass to Shireman. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. They set the pick. Horford with a steal. Here's Pritchard. Still without a bucket. Around the back and lays it in. Nice. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
He buries it from 3.
Now Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
Conley, a screen on Craig. Ingles from outside. Knocks it down from distance. Ingles has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
With some arc. Reed with the rebound. And so Conley will bring it up for the T-Wolves. The fader. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Boston's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Minnesota in the lead. Out to the wing. The 3. Hits the trifecta.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, Terrible defense.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Conley. Pass to Hauser from the arc. Rebound Minnesota. Reed's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Shannon. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. And now it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
And the first half now in the books. The T-Wolves on top, up by 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
On the court for Minnesota. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Lets it go from the wing. Minnesota with a rebound.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
White with the steal. Ooh, here's White on the drive.
Outstanding play by White that time. He just took off and got up and down in a heartbeat.
They set the screen. Randle, the pass to Gobert. Randle outside. Pass to McDaniels. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 3. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value-utility guy.
Outside Holiday for the tie. Sinks the tray. Holiday's got 10.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Counted from distance.
McDaniels with the big answer.
Brown scanning the floor. Pass to Porzingis. KP wrecks the rim.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
For 3, Randle. The rebound, Celtics. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Holiday with the ball for the lead. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. McDaniels from long range. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Boston has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Floats one. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. The Timberwolves have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Outside Porzingis. Let's go with a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is why Porzingis is special. I mean, exceptional accuracy from range for a man of his size.
And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Takes a 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
got 1:13 left to play in the third quarter here. Randall with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Just 4 to shoot. Randall a screen on Holiday. Here's DiVincenzo. Minnesota again missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's Porzingis. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. And it's a 7-point Celtic lead. DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. Drops in the 3. McDaniels got 9 points now in the second half.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
For 3, Randall. It's hauled in by White. Boston leading by 4.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. From downtown. DiVincenzo can't hit. And stolen by Holiday. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out the quarter with... Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Timberwolves trail by 7. They've got Peyton Pritchard, Torrey Craig out there with Al Horford. And it's Hauser in at the 3, small forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Boston.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Ingles against Craig. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Torrey Craig. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
For 3, Conley. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. For 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Hauser's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Alexander Walker. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Boston leading by 3. Here's Shireman. And the 3 off target. Outside Reed. 3-pointer. Hauser grabs the board. Hauser's got his 4th rebound in this one. From behind the arc. Pritchard, no good. Timberwolves trail by 3. High post Reed. Here's Alexander Walker. On target from range.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Shireman. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Got a line change here for Boston.
Substitution on the court.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Right side Conley. Reed for 3. Boston pulls it in. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. So it's Boston now. Holiday drives in. And there's the screen. Here's Porzingis. Okay, do it, KP.
Boy, coach has to love seeing Porzingis scoring like this. I mean, he is totally locked in so far tonight.
DiVincenzo with it. Now guarded by White. DiVincenzo pass to Edwards. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Porzingis surveying the floor. Outside Tatum. Tatum! Money from deep!
And Tatum has been in these situations before. He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments.
Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And here's Tatum. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter here. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Launches a three. It's hauled in by White.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Shot from the wing. Porzingis misses.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Boy, always a great two-way player. Holiday doing it all himself right there.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Outside Porzingis. Outside White. And here's Brown for three. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Pass to Gobert. Back to Daniels. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
McDaniels from long range. Holiday grabs the miss. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, they get a hand on it. DiVincenzo with a steal from deep three-point land. Pass to McDaniels. Now Edwards. He's guarded by White. From deep. Porzingis misses. So we see Boston get the win here. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves.
might be in for a good one here, Richard. This game has all the makings of a shootout.
Yeah, these are two high-powered offenses. I feel for all the defenders.
The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Caruso in at the 3.
See him get a lot of blocks like that one.
White against Caruso. Off target with his 3. Let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla, and he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach, and when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Thank you, David. From Chet Holmgren. Bangs home the trifecta. Tatum's got 5 now.
This is what great scorers do. Tatum rises to the three-point challenge.
Back, but that 3 is off the mark. Porzingis passes to Tatum. Screen by Porzingis. Lob pass to Porzingis. And emphatic.
Right in the... with his passing, so effective in pick and rolls.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Here's Porzingis. Out to White. Lets it go with the 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
And he makes that one.
He can do a lot with the ball, but Brown is just as good playing off the ball. He's always ready to catch and fire.
Dort wide open. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
White, good.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Fires from the corner, and Williams with the basket on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Brown kicks to Holiday. Brown sets a screen for Holiday. Brown against Williams. Brown dishes to Tatum. Shoots over Caruso. A nice shot by Tatum. And it's 7 points for Jason Tatum.
No second thoughts from Tatum. Just look, he's ready.
Oklahoma City moving it around. To the middle. Holmgren the pass to Williams. 5 on the clock. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Holmgren, he knows defenses want to rough him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
Holiday with it. Williams picks him up. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 2 and stolen by Tatum. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Williams against Tatum. Porzingis kicks to Brown. With the drive, and it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Thunder trailing by 3. Holmgren with a screen on Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Outside Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. From deep, Williams. Rebound, Boston. Tatum looking around. No good from outside. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Caruso. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. The Celtics shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That free throw good from Brown.
A fearless athlete. Jaylen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Caruso sets the screen for Williams. It's stolen by Brown. Good as it goes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then there's Wallace. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 down low. Austin with the ball. After Oklahoma City gets the 3. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
From the arc. It's good from long range. Hauser's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said they can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. They are stacked, DA, for sure.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Wiggins. Still without a basket. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Hartenstein passes to Williams. Good on the three-point shot.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Joe. Knocked away. And here's the fast break. On the wing, Wallace. There's a screen. The fader connects from three-point range. Wallace has got 6 in the quarter. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Here's Craig. Wiggins with the rebound.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Here's Joe. Here's Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Williams sets a screen for Wallace. Here's Williams. 6 to shoot. Wiggins from outside. Good on the triple. Wiggins has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Hartenstein finds Williams. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. It's Joe on the wing. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Pritchard passes to Craig. And so the ball's out of bounds. Craig touches it last. Now the Thunder with it. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Joe. The three-pointer, no good. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And guys, another thing I love is their pursuit of the ball. I mean, creating second chance opportunities just with effort.
Pritchard off target from three-point range.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Takes the three. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
And how about the poise there by Horford? Lets the defender make the mistake, and now he's headed to the line.
He hits both from the stripe.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Here's Joe. And it's off from three-point range. Pritchard passes to Horford. Over Hartenstein. Here's Hauser. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. Pass to Shireman. Launches it. Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Here's Pritchard. Buries the long-range jumper. Wallace with the ball. Wiggins sets a screen for Wallace. Another shot. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Thunder. They're up by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And get ready for the fan half-court drums. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Thunder leading by 3. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum.
Side out.
Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Holmgren kicks to Caruso. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the 3 ball. Caruso's got the first bucket of the third here for the Thunder.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Dort with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Picked by Williams. A 3-ball. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Holiday gets the bucket.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Hits the 3-point bomb.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Dort. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. And now a 10-point Thunder lead. The 3 from Porzingis. And again, Boston with the triple.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Celtics passing it around. Took him no time at all on that one. And now it's just a 4-point Thunder lead.
And great to see Porzingis share the ball. A great decision from the locker room.
Now, here's Holmgren. 12 points for him.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
With some art. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Hauser. A 3-pointer is right on target. Hauser's got 10 points in the game.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Now here's Horford. Pass to Shireman. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And Wallace slams it in. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Hauser. No good on the triple. And it's Williams with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. A 3-pointer. Wiggins. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Now it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead. Here's Pritchard. Covered by Joe. And the basket by Hauser.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 8, and the 3-ball is good.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Pass to Hauser. Fires the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Wiggins has got 4 rebounds in this game. 17 seconds left in the third. Joe. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Shireman. Here's Pritchard. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Oklahoma City, look at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Cason Wallace. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Joe in at the point. Williams for three. And Boston with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Hauser. Right side Horford. Again, the Celtics good for two.
The offensive instinct of Horford, he knows exactly where to be, gets the pass, and gets it to go.
Williams sends a screen for Wallace. The Thunder with another miss. The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Hauser. Lots of room. Again, the Celtics good for two.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Now Hartenstein on the wing Wallace. And they get it on the wing Wallace. Beyond the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc. Wallace has got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
It's good. Hauser's got 20 points.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
And late in games, throw out those analytics. Give me the mid-range. The shot, it just works.
He was all alone on that one. And the Thunder lead by one.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Shoots the three. Hauser misses. Wiggins surveying the floor. Kept alive. Hartenstein passes to Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Joe. Rebound Boston.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Here's Pritchard. Off target from outside. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Fires from deep. Pass to Hartenstein. Wallace outside. Back to Hartenstein. From downtown. Wallace's shot is good. Wallace has got 11 points here in just the second half.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
And Isaiah Joe picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Here's Brown. Caruso with the steal. Here's Holmgren. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflection.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Now, Gilgeous Alexander following the Porzingis miss from deep. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. The wide open look here for Holiday. And he can't stop the run as he misses. The Thunder leading by 6. Williams for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Caruso, the pass to Holmgren. Brown wide open, he fires. Trains the three-pointer.
In the clutch, Brown is someone you rely on, and he knows how to find his team points in a hurry.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. And Tatum puts up a deep three. And Holmgren pulls it down. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 8-point game. Holmgren with the steal. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg.